Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 11th of July 2020. Welcome to video number 197. I want to talk today about the subject which is not explained a lot, and I think many of us are losing the grip. Where are the boundaries of this, and where are we going overboard with this subject? So I want to talk about us leaving home, us doing something outside of our environment of family, and why it is important, why it is even, I would say, crucial for us to be able to be a great, husbands, great, I don't know, boyfriends or fathers, whatever role you play. And I want you to understand that first of all, and this is kind of obvious, at least supposed to be, I guess, that we need time off. We need to be able to kind of do our thing. And so many of you will say, yeah, I agree, my girl's driving me crazy, I just need to have some time out. And I would say, no, I'm not talking about that, because if you're really saying that, I think you might be already overboard. And obviously we just, it's good to have some time off, because it's, being with each other for so many hours, a day might be tiring. And I understand kind of why so many families, and the statistics shows that so many families had issues when we had to be locked inside, our house for months lately. But I want you to understand that you need time off for yourself. It's not because of her and that she drives you nuts. It's because you'll need time for yourself. And it's again supposed to be obvious that we differ in the way we kind of chill. It's completely different, a different thing how I or how my wife will achieve the level of comfort that what is really, you gotta ask yourself, what is really the thing that you like to do that helps you to kind of relax, to take a breath. And for you, maybe it's watching your game. For her, it might be, I don't know, watching romantic comedies or talking to her friends or whatever. Knitting. Make your pick. And I want you to understand that if you understand the concept that we need time off for ourselves because we've got, I don't know, let's say stress that we need to get rid of. It's first of all, it's important to understand what it is for you, but then don't be that guy that will say, no, her watching her romantic comedies is stupid. Don't ever do that, because if you don't want her to say that you watching your soccer or NBA games is stupid, don't you understand what I'm saying? Don't treat the way that you relax as something stupid, because maybe you won't do it, but if you understand that she does it, and vice versa, you're supposed to respect that. Then you will have no problem whether you're watching your game and her watching her videos or knitting. You know what I'm saying? You need this time, so don't make yourself feel guilty that you're doing that. Point number 2: there are things that you'll never learn at home, and that's why there are places, there are things that you want to learn, and you'll have to get out of home or get out of your home. Let's say you want to get stronger. Maybe you could use your desk and just try to do some exercise over there, but it's completely useless, because no, maybe she'll come and try to talk to you when you try to focus on doing your exercises. Maybe your kid's gonna running around. No, there's a time and place to do this stuff. And that's why, if you want to learn how to be stronger and work on your physique and take care of few pounds of your flesh or of your fat, you're just going to the gym. That's obvious. That's the place that you can concentrate and have no distractions, and you can go full on doing what you want to do. The same thing with so many other things, like, I don't know, maybe martial arts. Maybe you want to be make her feel more protective, or even you want to have more self-esteem and self-confidence in that area. Maybe you like to play drums. You want to do that outside of the home. Maybe you heard, or maybe you've seen kids who are trying to learn to play the violin or flute or whatever it's annoying when they practice over and over again the same thing. It drives people nuts. That's why there's a time and place to do it. And one additional thing, when you do something physical like martial arts or heavy lifting or something, you don't want to do that at home. Why? Because you don't want aggression. You don't want this testosterone-driven us, crossing the barrier of pain and crossing the barrier of amount of sweat that you can leave on the floor. You want to do this in an environment that it's okay to do that. Because if you ever had a situation that you get angry, as you do when you train or when you lift your weights or something, or you do some exercises, you don't want this testosterone being at home, because she will feel uncomfortable. You want to do that and go over and beyond in a gym place, but then you can come home and you can basically, you want to be chilled, you want to be relaxed, you want to be kind to her. So that's why there's time and place for everything. And point number 3, I want you to kind of understand that I'm saying that to give you an idea that you have to understand why you do some things. Because some of you go so far away from understanding this whole concept that you basically go too far. That's that simple. Some of you, are workaholics. You just work, so many over hours that you just live in your workplace and just come home like to a hotel. Some of you are, spending so much time with your hobby that it's kind of legitimate that your girl is coming to you and saying, "Listen, you love your car more than me. You love your work more than me." And that's kind of a legitimate argument, because if you spend so much hours there, it's like it's obvious. So that's why I want you to understand that it's important for you to understand and not to go overboard. Because whether you do something to relax, maybe you do that, maybe you go with your friends just to talk to them, just to spend some time in male environment, because it's completely different vibe. We are able to chill with our guys much easier than do it at home many times. So, or whether you learn something new, whether you try to change who you are or work on something, there's time and place. But you want to be completely aware why this thing happens, because if you go too far, it takes over, and then the whole idea why you should do this, it's basically you're missing the point. Because if it takes you out of home and it becomes more important than you becoming home with their new abilities and new ideas and new understanding, you just miss the point, and this whole thing, it turns against you. So, as I many times said, what I do here, I called Manhood Explained. Not manhood, not be a man or kind of this kind of stuff. I want you to really understand what you do, why you do it, what is the goal, what is the reason. Because if you will have your priorities straight, you'll understand that whatever you do to be able to come back home and be the guy who's extraordinary. Because you won't be able to learn extraordinary and be extraordinary at home. You have to go out, go far, beyond what is expected. So then you can come back home and not test those things at home. Because you already tested it on a mat, tested it in a gym, tested it, in here or there. And then you are able to come back home and just serve out of knowledge, out of experience, out of you being this person, not testing it. So this is what I want you to take from this video. One of the most important things in your life is awareness. What you do, why you do it. Because if you don't, you're gonna lose it, and you're gonna go this way or the other. You're gonna go to extreme, and it's gonna blow back. It's gonna go against you. But if you are aware, then you understand that you have to leave home to learn new things, maybe sometimes to relax, but many times you need to go to experience yourself from a different perspective, with maybe with different people, to get more awareness, to get more self-confidence, to come back home and be even better and more extraordinary as a husband, as a father, or simply as a guy. So think about it and do something about it, because awareness is the key to being extraordinary. If you liked this video, like, share, comment. If you didn't, comment as well and tell me what you think, what is your experience. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, give me a shout, I'll be glad to do it for you. And that being said, see you tomorrow.